I just had an interesting conversation with a coach. She stopped posting content for 6 weeks and still signed 4 clients in that time. Meanwhile, other coaches are posting daily, reels, carousels, stories, long form videos, and barely even signing one. The truth is, the fastest growth strategy has absolutely nothing to do with marketing, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is in this video. Marketing isn't the problem, delivery is. Every day, coaches come to me frustrated. They're posting, they're outreaching, they're doing their content, they're doing the stories, the videos, but they are still stuck. And it's because they think they need a better funnel. They think they need a better hook, or they think they need a better offer. And while that stuff's important, I noticed that the real problem is inside the program, the client experience, the results the clients are getting. Because there's 2 sides to the business. Marketing gets them in the door, but delivery keeps them there. So when your clients get a great result, what naturally happens is they renew, they refer, they become a case study. And especially in today's age of coaching and AI and all automations, people have become completely numb to marketing. Nobody cares about your fancy funnel now. Nobody cares about your automations because everyone has them. And the coaches who get this are playing a completely different game. When you get these clients this amazing result and experience, it actually compounds. It gets easier over time, not harder. So let me show you how this game actually works. The problem is that everyone's so focused on the strategy. So they're focused on the content format, the script, the funnel, the VSL. Does this need to be changed? The email automations. And they're always in acquisition mode. They're always marketing, marketing, marketing. And that might be working for them. The marketing might be working for the business, but the business is not working for the business. And what I mean by that is the fulfillment. So you have marketing to bring people in, and the fulfillment is where you're actually serving the clients, getting them the results, delivering for them, maybe over-delivering, checking in, adjusting things for them, whatever that looks like for you. And when you do that, clients renew, they refer, they post results publicly without you asking, and they rave about you. And that creates the compounding effect, where the result creates a testimonial, the testimonial creates a case study, the case study works as marketing to close the next client, and you get a referral as well. And then you repeat this process and you repeat the cycle. And that creates what I call the marketing delivery flywheel, where the marketing gets clients who you can deliver for. The delivery becomes the marketing. The marketing helps you get more clients. The delivery becomes the marketing. And every step of the flywheel becomes stronger and stronger. So you do that with your existing clients. Or if you don't have clients yet, what I'm about to show you is going to change exactly how you think about that. Because when I launched my coaching business, I didn't have a massive audience. I didn't have viral videos. But what I did do was I got a handful of clients who got real results. So a few examples. Max, we helped him go from $3,000 a month to over $40,000 a month. Sarah, she made $50,000 in her first 6 weeks with us. And Steph made so much money in her business, she was able to buy a house with the profits from her business. So even though I didn't have a massive following, viral, a huge audience, crazy videos, the fanciest marketing, the results became my differentiator. And especially that's more important nowadays because anyone can do AI marketing now. Anyone can create an amazing landing page, automations, a funnel, like good looking images. It doesn't matter anymore. And because of that, people do not care about that. They don't care about your intro, your fancy funnel, your curated B-roll. But what do clients care about? They care about actually getting the result. So what does this look like in practice? Well, it comes down to 3 different things. And the first one is one that most coaches skip entirely. That is speed to result. The faster the win, the more committed the client becomes. It creates this psychological shift for them, where even if they believe it will work, when they see it work and they see it work so quickly, they get that dopamine hit and they understand, wow, this worked for me. Guess what? That encourages them to do more. And as they do more, they get more of a result. So this creates a flywheel within the flywheel. And obviously they love working with you and then they're going to do more of it. So when they get early progress and early wins, they stop second guessing. They don't get overwhelmed. They just take more action. And for you, they start talking about it. They start talking about it on social media. They start posting their weight loss results or their income results. And you get free marketing out of it. And you get clients who are genuinely excited about working with you. Yes, onboarding is important and information is important, but get them to take fast action. So don't drown them in these other things. To fix this, I like to give people a quick win in the first 7 to 14 days. And I recommend you do this with your clients as well. For us, that's called the rapid cash injection, where we help people take their existing audience and start booking in a flood of appointments and start getting clients. And our average client recoups their entire investment in the first 14 to 30 days. So we get them to do this in the first 7 to 14. They're already getting clients. They're already getting cash in the door. How do you think that changes their experience? And now that they've got quick results, we turn these results into marketing. So the results that you get people and get them quick results, because that's going to build their belief, you want to capture those results and amplify those results. So I'm sure you've got results coming in. But now, do you have a system to capture them predictably and amplify them? Put them on your stories, in your VSL, send them to prospects in the DMs, in your emails, in all your marketing. And you need a system for this. Because if you don't have a system, then you can't turn these into results predictably. So things like getting the result, getting the testimonial rather at the right time, using that in the right places. Is that in your marketing? Is that in your pre-sell automations? Is it in your funnel? Is it in your referral process? Then you can even have a referral engine like we do. So that's a systematic point to ask for referrals. State the benefit to them, not just, hey, send me business. What's the benefit to them? How do you incentivize them? And then the third lever is retention and ascension. And this is such an underrated lever because you can literally half your client acquisition cost and double your lifetime value. So if it costs you $1,000 to acquire a client and a client renews at the same cost, well, now you've just halved your client acquisition cost. If you're completely organic, it takes you 20 hours. You've just halved your client acquisition time that you spend. And it doubles your lifetime value. If your lifetime value on a 7K program is 7K and one in every, 3 people renew, well, now you've increased your lifetime value. And I get it. Coaching is not the most sticky business, but you have to make them stick. So if someone comes to you, bit of an abstract example, but they come to you to learn how to make a pizza, yeah, they'll pay you to learn how to make a pizza. At the end of that, they're not going to re-sign to learn how to make a pizza again, but they may want to buy the dough, the cheese, the sauce. So this could be tools for you. It could be a community. They could be in a community of pizza masters or pizza chefs, or they could ascend to another program where they learn to make something else. Now taking this back into real life coaching programs, if someone comes to me and wants to learn to make $10,000 a month and we get them there, well, guess what? They might want to learn how to make 20K or 50K a month. They might want to learn how to get to 100K a month. They may just want to stay in the community. So there's different things you can do there. Because a client who got a result with you naturally is going to want more results. Somebody loses 10 pounds, they want to lose a bit more weight. They make 10K a month, they might want to make a bit more. And what's beautiful is they already trust you. They've already paid you. They've already got a result with you. 0 client acquisition cost. They trust you. It's so much easier. And so for us in our business, our retention, re-sign, and upsell rate is about 40% across the board, which is pretty bloody good for a coaching business. But most coaches, they just let their clients finish the program. They wish them well. They move on and they start all over at 0 again. And the recurring revenue is great because not just the marketing delivery flywheel I talked about for new people, but the delivery becomes the marketing to your existing clients. Because your existing clients see what you're doing, how you're working with them, how you're working with the other clients, maybe your group calls. And that becomes marketing for them to see how they can continue working with you. And so you need a clear path, though, for what happens after the initial program. So is that the renewal offer, an ascension to a higher tier offer, a mastermind, a done-for-you component, just something that keeps the relationship alive and the revenue recurring? So let's bring it all together now. What does this look like when it's actually working? What does it mean for what you do and how you spend your time? Well, when the delivery is the marketing strategy, everything changes. You stop chasing and you start attracting because the work becomes the marketing. So the results that you get clients, that becomes the marketing. The lessons that you share with them, the things that you come up with on your calls, that becomes your marketing. Even to a different extent, if you're doing a Zoom call with your clients and they're sharing results and you can capture that genuine moment, or you can share some of the things that you and your clients came up with and you have another camera off to the side pointing at you, that's just leveraged content. You don't even have to create new content, or you can take the lessons and turn those into emails, turn those into YouTube videos. So all the delivery is becoming the marketing in all different ways. And when it comes to sales, this makes your sales cycle shorter. And sales calls, I know people have a love-hate relationship with them. They make them shorter to where they're more like enrollment calls, or you can make them completely optional altogether with people buying in the DMs. We do about 50-50 right now. So it's a beautiful thing when the delivery becomes the marketing and all the results you can leverage in your marketing, because your close rate goes up, your lifetime value goes up, your client acquisition cost goes down, your churn goes down, and you can actually do a good job. You can focus on doing a good job for your clients instead of just telling people, which is what most coaches do, of how you can do a good job, of how you're going to do this, how you're going to do that. Talk is cheap. All this stuff shows your results. So you don't have to tell people. You don't have to sell them on how you can do a good job. Your marketing, your results, your client delivery, your fulfillment is already doing that. And so this is the delivery marketing flywheel. And that doesn't mean stop marketing your business. No, obviously you still want to market. You still want to create, whether that is your reels, your long form videos, emails, stories, etc. But it means when you're doing it this way, your marketing becomes 10 times more effective, because now it's backed by proof. So yes, content still matters. Outreach still matters. Your offer still matters. But when you're leading with delivery and feedback and evidence, changes the game completely. And this is more essential now than ever, because while others are still, they're so caught up in this marketing. I need the best hook. I need the fanciest funnel. I need this new AI solution. That doesn't matter anymore. Those things are good to leverage what's already working. But getting these results and having your delivery and fulfillment really be the key thing, that's what helps you stand out nowadays. And that is the best strategy, the best marketing strategy in 2026 and going to be for the next years beyond. And if you want to fix this, audit your current clients that you're working with. Just pick one at random and ask honestly, look at where they are, whether you track that, how you track that. Are they on track to get the result that they signed up for? If they're not, you need to work on your delivery and fulfillment, maybe work on your program, your one-on-ones, your check-ins, actually get people the result. That's where your energy should be going this week, not making a change to your VSL or your script or your emails. That's cool. The marketing side's fine. But this is where you need to make the biggest change, because when you can get killer results, every client become a case study. Every case study makes future sales easier. Each future sale is more likely to renew, re-sign, or upsell. And you genuinely stop chasing clients and clients chase you. But how do you do this if you don't already have great delivery and fulfillment and client results? Well, I've got you covered, because in this video, I'm going to break down how you can start getting clients even without any case studies or results yet. And then you can implement this system and just have it work like clockwork. So go watch that one next, and I'll see you there.